started this miniature garden for my dinosaurs with this one plant in this container. I am going to be using cuttings, sorry about the fireworks, cuttings from my garden to fill this container in. Let's see how it's going to look. Well, you remember we started this container with one plant back there, that's a succulent. And I got cuttings off of some other things from the other day. And this one I took off another planter and gave it a haircut, and that's where that one came from. And these over here came from that same container, and these over here. Now I don't know if they're going to root and do fine. This one looks a little sad, like it's really been beat up, but I don't want to throw it away. I want to see what we can do and what comes up. And we're doing a prehistoric fairy garden with dinosaurs, so it will be fine, hopefully. I'm trying to show you don't have to go out and spend a lot of money. The container, I bought this last year at a fundraiser. I bought 4 of them, and this is one of 4. And I put it over here in my food garden area, and I've grown different things in it. This year I'm going to be putting my little dinosaurs in here, and we'll see how you like it. Well, here we are again. This is one other cutting I took off a plant, and this will sort of drape down. So that is where that came from. And over here, behind this one, is another cutting. Is it not beautiful? It's in pretty good shape. And then these are 2 more cuttings to add plants in here. Right now, it looks a little skimpy, I know, but these plants will all fill in, and it will start looking better soon. So all the plants were free and cuttings from my yard. Now these dinosaurs came from Dollar Tree, I don't know, a couple of years ago. They're not new, but believe it or not, these are heavy rubber, and they are really made well because they've been out in the sun for at least a year or 2, because I had dinosaur fairy gardens last year for sure, and maybe the year before. That's why I can't remember these are a year or 2 years old, but they're at least 1 year old. And we'll maybe move them around. They're fighting here, arguing and fighting, seeing who's the top dog of this container. And the great thing about this, the great grandkids will have so much fun playing with these plants. And they can pick them up and carry them around the yard and play with them, and I'm not going to get upset or angry. And this makes a great little miniature garden for the great-grandsons when they show up. But we can have dinosaur fights. So I've got 2 great-grandsons, and they are, I don't know, maybe a year and a half apart, or a year apart, something like that. They're not too different in ages. And I'm sure in the future they're going to have so much fun with Dinosaur Land here at Great Grandma's house. Because when kids come to my house, I want them to feel like there's something here for them to do. And that's the great thing about miniature gardens. It doesn't have to be fussy, expensive, or anything. This container I already had. I did put some fresh soil in here, so maybe I spent $1 or $2 for a little bit of fresh soil and amendments on top. All the succulents you see were from my garden. I didn't buy one of these plants. And like I said, the dinosaurs are from a year or 2 ago. So they weren't bought. So 1 fairy garden down, and who knows how many more we have to go. But I'm going to try to get every area cleaned out as best I can. And we're going to see if we can really get Dinosaur Land looking really good. I apologize again for the bad light. I should have been out here earlier this morning to film this video. But we have to do the best we can with what we have. I have cleaned out this pot also. This is a pot I bought last year, one of 4. So now we have seen 2 of them. And this is where some of my carrots are at. So we're going to have prehistoric area with carrots. So the container I already owned, and the only thing that's new in here is maybe a 50 cents or $1 worth of fresh potting mix on top, just to make it look a little bit nicer, dressing up the pot a little bit. But all the plants you see in here have been in here for a long time. These carrots reseeded themselves from carrots from last year. I didn't plant any this year. So we have one here, and we have one here, and then we have a mother one here making all kinds of new seeds to reseed this whole area with carrots. I really do apologize for the bad lighting. I almost feel like I want to reshoot it, but you know, when you got 30 fairy gardens in 30 days, I don't think I have time to reshoot. So, I have to get this fairy garden done today, for we will have something up on Monday. Now I placed just 2 little rubber dinosaurs in my little container. These dinosaurs are not new. They're from a year or 2 years ago, because I know I've had dinosaurs in my garden at least a year or 2, because I did them for sure last year. I did put them in different containers and move them around a little, but I just wanted to share how we put these together this year. My grandsons are going to have so much fun. You know how little boys love to play dinosaur fights. And these are the nice dinosaurs, so maybe they can learn to be friends with each other. So this is my second dinosaur container today. I'm going to try to shoot for a third. The lighting is so bad, I apologize so much to all of you, since I'm always harping about lighting. And here I'm doing a terrible time doing it. And I'm back working, so who knows how good the videos are going to be in the next 30 days. We'll see.